Greetings, everyone. I've got Archangel Metatron dropping in to assist us to overlight our reading today for the second week of April, or whenever it resonates with you. He's absolutely awesome. He has this wonderful, beautiful golden electric light that is golden orange. And to connect with him is really to both recharge your energies, to help you go bigger, have more confidence, and amplify, which feels so good and so supportive, especially as we move into the second week of April, when I will be posting this, and that is post the eclipse. So you may have a little or a lot of eclipse burnout. So he's really saying recharge, recalibrate your energies. To connect with him does feel like sometimes like putting your finger in an electric socket. It feels very electric, and I even get what I call my Metatron hair. It gets very staticky, very static electricity, and starts to stand up. So if you notice that around you, that's almost like you've got an electric blanket kind of covering you, that's a sign that Metatron is near. And he's really encouraging you to take a break when you need to, but then also to step back onto your path when you're feeling really, really recharged, and to allow it to expand powerfully. So let's take a look at what we have for fire signs. So if you are Aries, if you are Leo, or if you are Sagittarius, or if you just have a lot of fire in your chart, you've really been on fire. Literally, there's so much in the sign of Aries. So there's so much of that powerful fire energy. Fire horse energy, of course, in Chinese astrology, but it can be a lot. It can be overwhelming, and it can really cause you to kind of need to recharge and replenish, is what I'm hearing. So, what do we have for you? Ooh, Aries, yeah. So, the Seven of Pentacles coming through. Yes, it's like you're almost there. So, something's very much coming to completion. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So, but it is about catching your breath, I'm hearing, and also less is more and simplifying your life. So, taking a look at what is cluttered and what could use a good spring clearing and decluttering is really powerful. So, I hear simplify allows you to amplify on a whole new level. It does really feel like giving to yourself and really bringing in that balance at this time is really, really, really important. With the Nine of Pentacles, she does give to herself as well as others. The pentacles are balanced. Some are withheld for her, and some are, reserved for other people. And in this way, that balance is really, really important. So she really asks you to ask yourself, where have you been over giving, and where have you been taking on over responsibility? So I'm really feeling like setting down the burden of responsibility of all that you've been carrying for a moment, and just getting clear, decluttering yourself, I'm hearing, could be super helpful. Untangling, uncording, reassessing, and then also pausing with the Two of Wands and knowing that on the horizon there's some very helpful people coming in to assist you. So I do hear the words delegate. So two things, it feels like there's more leadership coming in for you, which is really a good thing, but you're also being asked to reassess and to delegate any responsibilities that have become overwhelming or too much for you, to really allow that support to come in for you and to catch your breath literally, so then you can realign. And in that way, things are so much more easeful and in flow for you. So you don't feel like you have to do all the work in this situation. You're so close is what I'm hearing. And it really is just about allowing that last piece, that last pentacle, to be placed in your arms. So I'm just hearing open your arms and allow for all of that success to come into you. Big changes, but those small changes that you do now. So the decluttering, the really looking after your energy and letting go of over responsibility can be absolutely huge for you, fire signs, and then you don't get burnt out. So we are going to move into earth signs. Feeling some beautiful grounding energy coming in with Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. What I am hearing is speed bumps. So it feels like things have gotten a little bit bumpy, but there's speed bumps. You're moving through it. So the most important thing is to stay on your path, to really and truly stay on your path, to stay in your lane, and to not get pulled into the distraction. Yeah, so everything is really coming together beautifully. Earth signs, I am seeing the more grounding that you can do for yourself at this time, and the more that you literally stay on that path. the more easeful things will be for you. And I really hear you've got this. So the message is, lots of support coming in for you. Also feeling like your divine complement, your partner that could be in love, friendship, or work is also tremendously helpful. And that you can actually really lean into that person for love and encouragement as you need it. And the most important thing is don't get caught up in that path of fear, distraction, or any of the outer energies that are really potentially there to pull you off of your path, because things are really resolving and coming together really, really nicely and powerfully, especially, towards the end of April. It feels like there may be a big trip in place. And if it feels compelling, if it feels exciting, do clear your fear and go for it, is what I'm hearing. Air signs, ooh, loving the air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. What is in store for you? I am really hearing wild at heart and asking yourself the question about anything that is upcoming is this fun? Does this add to my joy? And if the answer is yes, then it's a yes. And if it's not, then it's a no. Justice. Yeah, feeling that beautiful red in the robes of justice. So it feels like something is really settling in your favor. There's an alignment that's really coming through that feels very balancing and very, very rewarding. I'm also hearing riches. So it could be some financial settlement. It could be something small, but then is very magnetic and really draws to it and attracts to it more abundance, almost like a down payment, or, some funds are provided for you to allow you to invest in something in your future, maybe in education, or in a particular entrepreneurial pursuit. But whatever it is, it feels really energizing. It has a lot of really great energy and vitality around it. But at the same time, I'm also hearing it's a good time to get a little wild. So, if you have been serious, it feels like maybe you've been working hard, you've been really focused, on achieving particular goals, and those goals are now coming through to fruition. And now it's a great time to let your hair down, to get a little wild at heart. I'm thinking of a movie that was called Wild at Heart, like that came out like 1,000 years ago, but it's almost like in that movie, there was a road trip that was a lot of fun. And so there's an encouragement to get out and have a little or a lot of adventure, to let your hair down and let yourself have some fun in a particular circumstance. And this really brings things into balance. So really up the fun, allows for balance in all areas. So don't miss out on what really gives joy to you, is really the message that I'm getting. So I hear let yourself have fun, and it really does give to everyone. I love that. And water signs. So Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. What is in store for you? Bringing in the calm tranquility of water, but also a lot of emotionality. I feel like some of you are really, really powerful empaths. And so your ability to tune into energies and especially emotions is really, really, really powerful. And really feeling how that a past situation has really cleared or is in that process of clearing. It feels like something's coming to completion, and you are magnetic is what I'm hearing. So it's not about like what's happening around you. It's really like you're drawing to you circumstances, situations, and helpful people. It does feel like there's a person on the horizon who has been watching you in the distance, really looking at this mountain back here that's in the distance, who's coming forward to connect with you, who has been watching you, who really admires how you've dealt with situations, perhaps how you dealt with a challenging situation, is really coming forward now to reveal themselves. It does feel like the energy of new love potentially coming forward, and this admirer coming forward. It also feels like culmination. So you really finding another level of love and success. So just seeing this is perfect. The Fool stepping forward on his journey, but it's like I'm really drawn to this little rucksack here, and it's like you have absolutely everything you need. Also looking at the beautiful orange of creativity. You've got the creativity, you've got the fuel to move forward, you've got the talent, you've got the gifts, and you've also got a person coming forward to support you. This could be in work and friendship, but it's got a lot of really positive, creative love frequency around it. So water signs, I feel like there's someone who also is another empath, so really also connected with their emotions, able to really read the energies of people and situations, and is coming forward to connect with you powerfully in a really positive synergy that feels like a soul connection and perhaps even a divine complement moving forward. So there's this really interesting emergence of love and support. It may not be romantic, it could be work, it could be friendship, but there's a real power energy coming forward to meet you and connect with you moving forward. And that just feels really supportive. It feels really replenishing moving into the second week of April and beyond. So be open to new love vibrations coming through in the spring season. So have a great rest of April, everyone. Don't forget to check out your moon signs. And as always, to be true to you. And from that place, everything else flows.